friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Amanda with Tap Mama and the Baby Brigade.
Thanks for joining us today. We are hanging out and we are going to answer some questions and do a little video here. We'll have a part 1 on my channel and we're going to have a part 2 on Amanda's channel. So you'll have to go check out her channel to get part 2, and she can tell you the name of her channel and I will link it below, but go ahead.
It's Tap Mama 73 and the Baby Brigade.
So we've been having fun today, visiting and hanging out. And someone asked in a last video that we did, how did we meet? Well, we met through YouTube and discovered that I live in Monroe, Louisiana, and Amanda lives in
Shreveport, Louisiana.
And so I think she found my YouTube first, and then from that and her comments, I found her YouTube. So we was watching each other's YouTubes. And then you can tell the rest.
And then I sent her a message on Instagram because I couldn't find her email address in her description box. And I sent her a message on March 27th of last year, which was a year ago yesterday. And she responded on June 1st. And then we finally connected and started texting and talking to each other on the phone.
I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I barely... most of the time, I barely feel like I'm holding my head up above the yarn. Really, like holding your head up above the water, doggy paddling. That's the way I feel. But since I'm surrounded in yarn, I say yarn. But I just try to stay focused on what I'm doing, and I don't ever seek out message. It was coming a message request, I'm sure.
Probably so.
And I don't ever think to go check those kind of things and look. So I'm sorry that I'm so lame. It took me that long to answer you back.
No worries.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, guys, so we're going to answer some questions. I'm going to read the questions because I wrote the questions down, and I wrote with this hand like this. This is the way I hold ink pen and write. So it's no use in Amanda straining herself and stressing herself out trying to read my writing. So I'll just read the questions, and we're both going to answer. And maybe you can learn something about each of us. And we have a set of questions for this video, and we have a different set of questions for part 2. So you're going to want to watch that to learn more about us. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Okay. Question number 1. When did you learn to crochet?
Last February.
So she hasn't been crocheting very long, and she's very good at it, even in that short time. So I learned to crochet in 2019, and before that I was loom knitting, and
I was also loom knitting. So
I think that's how you found my channel.
I think so. It kept popping your videos in my recommended videos. I mean, just like every day it was, you must watch Llama Mama Kayla. You must watch Llama Mama Kayla. And I was like, okay, I will watch.
But was it popping up loom knit videos, or was it
some of them were loom knit videos, and mostly, it was just your current videos. But I think it was partially because of loom knit and partially because we were in the same state, in the same general area.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, so how long did you loom knit before you started learning to crochet?
I started loom knitting in, I think, 2020, late 2019, early 2020, I think, somewhere in there.
I started loom knitting in 2016, and then 2019 I started crocheting. So there we go. Okay, how did you learn to crochet?
I watched YouTube tutorials, one in particular by Pamela's Adoring Crochet.
Oh, Pamela's so sweet. Yeah. All right. I learned to crochet by watching Gina Lay. Hey, Gina. She don't watch my videos, but she was a loom knitter and a crocheter, and she did a little tutorial about how to crochet a baby blanket, and that popped up on my thing, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, I want to learn to crochet. And I couldn't at the moment because I was neck deep in some other projects, some loom knit projects, and so after I finished those up, I went back and watched her video and crocheted since then. Okay, what was the easiest and the most difficult thing about learning to crochet for you?
The easiest was when I finally learned how to slow down the videos, the tutorial video to where I could actually follow it. That made everything easier. The hardest was getting out of my own head, getting out of my own way. And not wanting to give up every two weeks because I probably gave up every week for a year and then just kept picking it back up and saying I'm not giving up, because it took me over a year after I decided I wanted to go ahead and transition from loom knitting to crocheting, because I had so many crochet friends. And so I was like, I really want to crochet because I love crochet so much. And so I just had to get out of my own head. That was the hardest part, getting out of my own head about it. And finally just, allowing myself to slow down the tutorial. And it just finally clicked.
Yeah. And what she was saying about slowing down the tutorial, remember, everyone needs to remember that you have the power to click on videos. There's a little gear somewhere or something, or settings, and you can slow down videos to where they are like talking so slow and dragging it out, or you can speed up videos if they're too slow for you. So keep that in mind. You have the power. And I've had to do that too before. Sarah Zimmerman, Repeat Crafter Me, her tutorials are so fast, and she's like talking so fast, and I've had to slow hers down so that I can follow along with her.
And we're back.
Okay, what was the easiest and most difficult thing about learning to crochet? Okay, I'm gonna start with the most difficult. The first person who tried to teach me to crochet was Shalita. Hey, Shalita and Noah. They do watch my YouTube channel. They used to live here. Now they live in Florida. Anyway, the most difficult thing was she gave me yellow yarn, pale yellow yarn with a little bitty hook. And she was trying to force me, yes, you did try to force me, Shalita, to learn to crochet. And one thing about it was I had no interest in learning. And the second thing about it was I couldn't see the stitches. I couldn't see what I was doing. I didn't know what it was supposed to look like. I had no idea. That was the most difficult thing. Now, the easiest thing about learning to crochet with Gina Lay was she had me to use a 8mm hook and a size 6 yarn, a bulky yarn. I could see those stitches, and it just clicked. And she taught the whole blanket was double crochet, and it was easy for me, and I just went with it. And still today, double crochet is like my favorite. I hope that's not a question. Anyway, so that's for me. The next question: have you taught anyone how to crochet?
No,
I haven't either. My son Dakota and I have talked about it several times. He does want me to teach him to crochet. He just has a busy schedule, and I have health issues, and we're just never on the same page at the same time. I have thought about just putting some videos, if not for anyone else, but for him, but anyone can watch them, but putting the videos out there so he can, watch those videos and learn to crochet, and I don't want him to go watch anyone else's videos and learn to crochet, because I want to teach him. And if that's the way I have to teach him is through, videos, he'll have those videos forever. When I'm gone, he'll still have those videos. He did say the other day when he was out here that he saw something that he wanted, and he almost considered, okay, I got to learn to crochet. But he just really hasn't had the time for me to sit down and teach him. But I think because he does embroidery and he cross stitches, so I think if he knew how to crochet, he could sit and do that while he watches TV at night. So there might be some little tutorial how to crochet videos pop up on my channel, but they're really for my son. But you can watch them. Okay, so the next little question section that we're going to go over is about benefits of crochet. So, what benefits has crochet brought to your life?
I'm happier. I'm calmer.
Do you want to elaborate on that or anything? Or?
Well, I used to have some. I used to be very stressed out and depressed and unhappy overall, and I'm none of those things. I mean, I still stress out some, but instead of wasting a lot of time stressing over things I can't control and I can't do anything about, I'll just go pick up my crochet and just go to town on that instead. And before I know it, I've made something beautiful, and whatever I was worried or stressed out about is no longer bothering me. And that's you can't get much better therapy than that. And so, to someone who suffers from mental health issues like me, that is priceless.
I agree. I agree. Um, so, hey, Big Daddy.
Hi.
He's just coming in from work. So, how was your day?
All right.
We're filming a little video.
I see that.
Okay. Did you go by the store?
I did.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right. So for me, what benefits has crochet brought to my life? I feel like crocheting gave me, and loom knitting also gave my life purpose again. With my health issues, I have a boatload of health issues, and I used to paint, but then after I lost so many fingers, painting became difficult to me, like doing steady lines. And so I started doing more abstract type stuff where it didn't have to be perfect, And I started doing more mixed media type stuff, but yet it was just hard on my hands trying to hold, paint brushes and trying to make the paintbrush do what I wanted it to do. And so also my kids had gotten older. I homeschooled my kids their whole life. They had gotten older. They weren't grown yet, in my opinion. Um, but they were older, and so they didn't need me as much. I wasn't able to do the things that I had previously done. Like, my life had slowed down because of my health, and I wasn't able to go. Like, I used to just go, go, go all the time. I was, hardly ever at home. We were on the go doing things. But once my health declined, my going declined too. And I was just like, but crocheting and loom knitting gave me purpose again. It gave me something to do, something to look forward to. And it was just like a breath of fresh air into my life again.
Not to mention the social benefits, being able to connect with other crocheters.
Yeah.
Meeting new people, sharing your craft.
Right. That part came later for me, though.
Yeah.
But okay. What health concerns or life issues do you have, and how does crochet help?
Well, I suffer from bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder, PTSD due to my childhood traumas and some adult traumas. I have osteoarthritis and bone spurs in my spine. I have lymphedema in both legs. Medication controls my mental health issues mostly. And I use crochet as a coping mechanism, of course. What was the rest of that question?
What health concerns or life issues do you have, and how does crochet help?
Well, I mean, crochet helps because I can, decompress from whatever stress that my body may be under at the time. A lot of times I can't, because my body doesn't tolerate the high doses of pain medication that doctors like to prescribe. The oxycodone, say that kind of stuff that normally would be prescribed to someone with chronic pain. My body does not tolerate that type of medications. I can't take that. So the only thing I can really take is Aleve and ibuprofen. So at any given time, I'm usually in some form of pain. And so crochet definitely helps distract
Yes.
from physical pain, and get my mind, off of it. And that, because, you know, that's how it helps. It really does.
The last part of that, her answer is the same for me. I live in chronic pain all day long, every day. If there's a day that I don't have severe pain, it is very rare. So crochet helps me to have something else to focus on besides the pain, because, like she said, I also can't take strong medications. I throw up and throw up and throw up. I can take one Loratab and throw up for 2 days. And even with Zofran or Phenergan and all that, I still get really sick on pain medication. So I don't turn to pain medication, I turn to crochet. And it helps, give my mind something to focus on. And when you're making something pretty, that helps.
Absolutely.
And pretty yarn helps.
Lots of pretty yarn helps.
Surrounding yourself with
the more the better.
Okay, so the next question is, what type of projects offer you the most personal benefit? What type of projects do you benefit from the most?
The ones I do for other people. I love to make something that someone else is going to wear or use to keep them warm. That's going to make them smile. Like pink, gray, and white blankets. Yes, like that.
She made this and gave it to me for my birthday. It's beautiful.
Things like that.
I love it.
I do like to make wearables. I like to make the hexagon cardigans, and loom knit hats. I like to make the loom knit hats and blankets. I'm on a blanket kick, so I got like 3 blankets on the hook right now. And of course, we're collabing and making our summer tops. And I like to make a little bit of everything, but I really like to make for other people. So anything I can do to put a smile on someone else's face and puts a smile on my face. So
she's a sweetheart. Okay, so I guess I need to answer that. I was supposed to go to the next question.
Yeah.
What health concerns or life issues do you have? Oh, wait.
We might be here a while, y'all.
What types of projects offer you the most personal benefit? Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking mindless projects where I don't have to think and I can just like
your amigurumis, maybe.
Well, you have to count and keep up.
That's true.
That granny stitch, I get the most benefit of just relaxing. Crocheting just granny squares, the double crochet, anything that's like double crochet. But I do love granny squares. I do all sizes. But I think that's where I get the most benefit, is where I don't have to think. I don't have to like focus on what I'm doing. I can just crochet and relax. And that's where I get the most benefit from, I think. Okay, the next question is, would you consider crochet a form of therapy?
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Most definitely. It is a therapy to me. For crocheting, the yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Yarn makes me happy.
Very much. Yarn collecting.
Yes. It just, I don't know how to explain it. How do you explain that? Like when you're feeling really bad, you're having a bad day, you feel chronically ill, but you get some new yarn.
It just, the touch of something bright and cheerful and soft and and then to take something bright and cheerful and soft and to put a hook to it and turn it into something beautiful and either wearable or something that you just create with this piece of yarn.
Yeah,
You
the
taking it and you're
string.
creating something beautiful with it. I mean, what is not happy about that?
Right.
I mean, how could you not be happy to be able to do that, to have that gift, that talent, to be able to do that? That is an art form in itself. They do call it fiber arts.
Yeah. That's true. But it is. I would say crocheting is my therapy.
It's absolutely a therapy.
As you know, for me, I've lost all these fingers. And people always ask me, like, am I going to go to occupational therapy or physical therapy or anything like that? I never done anything like that. I would just start crocheting again. That was my therapy. That was my physical therapy. This past time when I lost this pinky, I was worried if I was going to be able to crochet. I really was. That was a huge concern of mine.
I had faith in her.
Thanks to my wonderful subscribers who wanted me to continue to crochet, helped me out with some straps and devices that allowed me to, hold my hook to my hand to crochet. And through doing that, my hand did get stronger. And so now I can crochet without a strap as long as it's a big handle. So that was a form of therapy for me. It helped strengthen my hand and got me back on the road again. I'm crocheting slower, but that's okay as long as I'm crocheting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and when I get super upset, I just go for my crochet.
Yeah.
When I encounter things that upset me and I can't have zero control over it and I zero ways of fixing it because I come from a tech support. When I was working, I did tech support and I'm a fix it person. And if I can't fix it, it drives me bonkers. And so when I get in a situation where there's an issue going on in my life and I have no means of fixing it,
Okay.
crochet's my go-to.
So I have a question for you. So when you're upset and you're crocheting, do you crochet faster because you're upset? Yes. I was thinking that too.
Like a crazy woman, like a woman possessed.
Oh my goodness.
And heaven help the person who interrupts me. Even my dogs know better.
Oh gosh.
The beg brigades are my dogs, my two rescue dogs. They know better than to interrupt Mama when she looks like that.
So the more angry you are, the faster you crochet.
Absolutely.
So if I want to get this done quickly, I need to get angry. I need to get angry about something, and then I can go crochet it up, huh?
Well, I mean, if that works for you, I know it works for me. It doesn't work for everybody.
Oh, goodness. How about pull my stitch out?
Well, let's not do that.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's all the questions I have for this video, but we're going to record a part 2, and that will be on Amanda's channel. I will leave the link to her channel below. Click on that, and you can go see part 2 because it will be all new questions, and you can learn more stuff about us.
And please remember to like and subscribe to this video.
Thanks, friends. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and remember it is a beautiful day to crochet. And we will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.